Hi everyone! Welcome to FQwentuhan. This is Rose Fres Fausto, FQ Mom, and today we have a special guest, Luis Limlingan. Natatawa ka. It's a Saturday morning kaya medyo lutang-lutang pa kami.
Kagigising lang.
Kagigising lang. Tell our viewers something about yourself. I'm sure he's a very familiar face because you always see him giving his predictions on ANC about the stock market.
Well, I'm just a regular guy.
Yeah, just a regular.
But I have a lot of passions outside of work, and since I'm in the market, I use
Regina Capital.
Well, that is my full-time job, but I also like to invest because I want the passive income. And I've been probably investing for more than 15 years already.
Yeah. So, what age did you start investing? Were you still in school? Were you right out of college?
Well, officially, my parents got me into investing when I was young, but I didn't understand anything then.
Yeah.
I remember the first memory was that they bought me shares of Bell Corporation. That was back in the early 90s.
Yes.
And I couldn't understand because I was still in grade school why the value of the shares were actually going up.
Yeah.
But I was always interested.
A lot of people couldn't understand.
Sometimes even now.
Yeah, okay.
So it got me wondering, and that's why when I went into college, I took a business course, so I could finally understand that.
Yeah.
And it was very good for my formative years because it laid the foundation. Some people, when they invest in the market, they don't really understand why a stock really is appreciating and what's driving it, and it is pretty complexing if you don't really look into it. For me, it's actually quite simple, but because we are bombarded with all these terms that we've never heard of.
Both parents, kasi of course we're in the industry. So we usually ask our guests here about their childhood money memory. Do you have one that you can share with our viewers?
I think one of my earlier ones was when my folks helped me open a bank account.
Okay. How do you remember how old you were?
I was still in my teens, early teens, and for that, I remember interest rates were much higher back then.
Yes.
Because
like
of
to double your money, but
yes, because of it was interesting times, and I couldn't understand through the years why it would actually fall.
Okay.
Right? And that's why I remember how things have changed because when I was young, they said like if you earn a certain amount, you can actually what they call is LOI, live on interest.
Live on interest.
But now times have changed because I think because for example now the Philippines has investment grade rating. Back then when things were more troublesome to keep it simple, interest rates were high because it was a risky environment to invest in.
So that's what they should understand also, diba? The reason why interest rates were high then. Our paper was not viewed very positively, so it was very costly for us to borrow money.
I think that's also why people are saying, how come in the US a lot of people, normal citizens, they readily invest in the stock market? How come that's not in the case in the Philippines?
Yes.
My theory is that back 20, 30 years ago, people didn't really have to look far into other types of investment because they just had to leave their money in the bank. I heard even maybe way back then you're getting more than 20%.
Yes.
Right? So you didn't have to do anything. Whereas in the States, where you have close to 0% interest rates, you were forced to look for different types of investment. And I think that's what's happening right now. Interest rates they creeped up a bit 2 years ago now. They're falling. And so people are being forced to look for other types just to beat inflation.
Yes. In fact, nagkaka-negative ba na interest rate, diba? So parang yung under the mattress is not so far-fetched again.
Yes. Imagine before the banks were paying you so they could they could get your money.
So
now it's the opposite.
You
have to pay them for storage. Right? So it's a different world we're living in, and that's why I think really it makes sense to start investing as early as possible.
So it's a good time to start investing in vaults.
That's another one. If we had loads of cash.
Diba? So doon mo na lang ilalagay yung mga milyones mo. Anyway, what keeps you excited in your job? particular aspect of Regina Capital are you handling? Are you like already handling everything, or the research, the sales?
Well, right now I'm handling sales and trading. My brother handles another aspect. My mom is still involved because
Yeah.
she's still very active.
And your mom is always right.
Well, I do the more on the sales,
Yes,
trading,
yes.
and research.
Okay.
My brother's more on the operation side and
Yeah.
business development. I think what I like about my work is that when you're able to look for a really undervalued stock, you push to clients,
Yes.
and that stock later takes off, and it meets the value that you think it's worth, right? I think that's a really good feeling because win-win. Business wise, my clients invest, they make money,
Yes.
they trade through us, and we make money. But of course, just to make sure that we all, I guess, that we all benefit in this, it's really what keeps me going, I guess, in work.
Yeah, that's great. So, parting words with your FQripot tip.
I think, as I said, I'm outside of work. I have a lot of passions. One of them is traveling. The way, me being very FQripot, actually, people think of it that when you save, they put a number, right? Let's say 20% is for savings.
Yes.
I actually work the opposite way.
Okay, how
Basically, when I get my paycheck, I usually already take out what I want. Okay, it can be, let's say, 50%,
Yes.
or let's or 30%. But basically, essentially, I take it out,
Yeah.
and then within that money already, within what I have already, that's where I try to fit in my budget.
That's correct. That's
People, so it's sort of like reverse engineering.
Yes.
People say, or when they get their paycheck, I will see how I'll allocate my budget, then I'll try to find the 20%.
Yes.
What I do is I immediately take it out.
Yeah, we
then
call
I try
that
to
pay
work.
yourself first.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, let's wish, I really wish you well in this coming Lunar New Year.
Same with you.
Yeah. And, gusto ko sana i-share mo na in a more curated or orderly way because this guy really travels a lot. Ang ganda ng mga videos niya. So, we'll look forward to that,
Thank you
Luis.
very much.
Okay, so with that, we'd like to wish all our viewers,
Cheers to high FQ!